everyone. Welcome to another video. If you're new, thank you for joining. Please subscribe if you're not new. Like I said, welcome back. It's good to have you all. My name is Libby and I have some fun on this channel doing all sorts of things. And this video is a kind of a review um for Bridgerton season 2. So, disclaimer and spoiler alert right now, if you haven't watched Bridgerton season 2 or read the books and don't want any spoilers, hit the exit button. Just giving that alert out right now so no one can come at me. But so let's get started into Bridgerton season 2. First, I am going to talk also a little bit about the books too. That I am starting to read because I did not know that the show was based off of books when I first got into it. Don't come at me. I'm not the smartest. But um so first I have to say I really liked the actors and actresses they picked. Like the new ones they introduced into season 2, I felt were really good. The Sheffields, Kate and Edwina, were really I feel like you could feel, especially like Kate. I feel that actress was a phenomenal pick to play such a big part. Um, I liked also with Edwina. I want to get into her for a little bit, for a few seconds. So her character, I feel, grew so much throughout the season. And I feel like they did a phenomenal job slowly growing her as a character and the way she becomes her own independent self is just so beautiful to see how she becomes this person of society into realizing she doesn't know who the heck she is and she wants like her statement about at the end about just discovering who they are, her and Kate, and just finally just being able to be them and figuring out who they are and not all the pressures around them and just being them. And like that was such a beautiful thing. And to see her go from this person who just, I need to get this good marriage, I need to live up to society expectation and be that girl, to just wanting to do what's best for her and for the ones she loves and just be herself. Like it's incredible. Edwina is not my favorite character from the season, but I adore like her at the end and how she just really, I feel like at the end takes on such beautiful power inside herself. And I think that's such a big thing, especially in that time period, which if you don't know is 1814. I don't know if they really say that I don't remember if they show that in the show, but in the books it is 1814, around the spring, around April, March. And another thing I want to get into is, so first, I feel like the mother, well, Kate's stepmother, the the mother for Kate and Edwina, their shared mother. Kate's stepmother, I feel like played a part in the show, but I feel like could have played a more I feel like could have played a better part. Not like it was lacking. It just, I feel like so far from what I'm seeing in the books that I'm reading, the mother had kind of a little bit stronger of a part in the series, like in Bridgerton. And I feel like they kind of don't give her the power and the development that they should have for the mother, for Mary Sheffield. And I feel like that kind of is a little frustrating. I wish they would have grown her character a little bit more because I feel like from what I'm seeing in the books, she's more of a prominent character and had a bit more of a role. And I also So that's one thing I wanted to kind of put in because I feel like even though, yes, Edwina really wanted Kate's approval of her suitor and was so connected to Kate, I feel like the mother is still such an important part in their lives, and I feel like she kind of took a back seat in the season. And eh, I want the mother. I feel like in the book is kind of a bit more snappy and fun character, and I wish they would have developed her more. Another thing is in the movie or in the show, I should say, they have Kate and Anthony meet in such a different way than the book. Um, they meet in like the woods on Kate's morning ride, and Anthony's like, "Oh, who that girl?" And in a sense, but like in the book, they meet at the ball, and she knows who Anthony is and that Anthony's a big rake and doesn't want her sister anywhere near him and despises when she sees them dancing the waltz together. And then Collins even like introduces them, and it's way different than in the show. And I don't know if they did that to kind of cut down on time in the storyline a little bit to squeeze it into more of a season, but that's something that I was like, okay, it's different. And I also like feel like um I don't they also don't really have Lady Danbury in this book. And so like she plays such a big character in the season, and she's hosting Mary and Kate and Edwina. But in the book, no. They scraped for and saved for 5 years to get money to come to London for one season. And so it that's different too, and I'm like, okay, so they kind of totally switch that around. And then too, like another thing is I feel like in the book, Simon the Duke from the first season who married Daphne, Antony's younger sister, isn't in the book. But like but I heard rumor is that they didn't put him in the season because they didn't want to take away from Antony's story. But then I'm like, why if you're going to switch things around like that, why don't you have him a little bit come with Daphne? I mean, you throw Daphne in there and bring their son in there, Daphne and Simon's son, and they come along for a little bit of the adventure. So why don't you have Simon in there if you're going to throw Daphne in there anyway and mess some things up from the book? Because if you're going to have all that in there, you might as well have Simon in there a little bit and have some fun, friendly banter scenes between Simon and Antony. I mean, they took out a lot of the bantering scenes between the brothers with the whole engagement and stuff from the book. So like, why not just since you're gonna mess and rearrange things in the series and the show anyway, and you're gonna have Daphne there anyway, might as well bring Simon along, her husband anyway, and kind of have some funny banter scenes, in my opinion. But so I do like how at the end, I do have to say, I do like how I wonder what they're going to do with Penelope because she is such things are so teetering at the end that it's like what is her relationship like is there going to be some spoilage because I mean her best friend now knows and she hurt her best friend. So it's like, is her best friend going to out Penelope? I don't know. Part of me kind of hopes in the next season they do. And I like how they ended that and kind of left it open ending because it's like leaves you questioning, and that's like what a good show should do. It makes you want to come back for more. Um, and I really liked how Lady Featherington, I don't like her. She's not my favorite character, but I like how when their cousin was like, "Oh, we can run away and we can get your girls later." She was a power mom and took the stage and said, "Screw you. Those my daughters. I'm a mother first and foremost. You just leave." And she like dumped him on his sorry butt and said, "You have no, you get this country. You go. Bye." Which I think kind of a little bit redeems her annoyingness, but yeah. So I'm excited to see where this next season goes. Well, at least I'm hoping they renew for a third season. With how big the second season came out, I'm hoping that there's a third one. We'll see. Leave any comments or anything that you have to say on the show down below. I would love to hear it. Please subscribe. Bye. Love you all.